Hello, I'm Nancy Alexander, owner and designer of LadybugWreaths.com.
I'm Sarah, Nancy's daughter-in-law.
Today I'm going to be teaching Sarah and you how we at Ladybug Wreaths make our special bows. This is a standard size 24-inch wreath, and this is the size bow you're going to be learning how to make. This is a 6-yard bow. To start with, we're going to measure off 30 inches, which will be our first streamer.
Now, is this ribbon wired or unwired?
Yes, it's wired.
Okay.
You need to pick out a wired ribbon. This is number 40 and it's 2.5 inches wide.
Okay, great.
The wired ribbon holds its shape so much better.
Okay.
I have pinched the ribbon together right here in the center. I'm going to make my first loop. I'll bring it up and away from me and underneath my first pinch.
Okay.
Alright, now the second loop will go directly opposite the first loop. I've pinched it and twisted it. I'm going to bring it toward me and up underneath. These two loops will be exactly the same and exactly opposite each other.
And about how long are they?
About 7 to 7.5 inches long, and you can adjust it to the size of your wreath.
Okay.
Alright, the next layer will be 4 loops fashioned in the shape of an X. I'm going to make the first loop, which will be about 1 inch to 1.5 inches longer than our first center loops.
Okay.
I'm bringing it together, pinching and twisting. I've made 1 loop of the X. This is the second loop of the X, directly opposite the first loop.
Okay.
I'm going to pinch and twist, go over to the other side of the bow, and pinch and twist. And now this is the 4th loop of our X. I'm still working away from myself with every layer. You can see very well the bow tie in the middle and then the 4 loops of the X on the outside. You'll also notice I'm shaping the bow as we go, so when you're through, you're not going to have to do a lot of twisting to make your bow look like a bow. Now, for the next layer, we're going to go back and make another bow tie again.
Okay.
It's going to be exactly the same as the first bow tie, only about 1 inch to 1.5 inches longer than the layer before it.
Okay.
I've made 1 loop, I'm pinching and twisting again, bringing the ribbon toward me and up underneath. These 2 loops are exactly the same, directly opposite each other and the same length. We're almost through. Now we need to make 1 loop coming up the top of the bow.
So you're holding on pretty tightly.
Yeah, you have to pinch pretty tightly. At first your fingers will cramp a little bit, but
then we'll get used to it.
You'll get used to it.
Okay.
Okay. The first streamer that I started with is hanging out the left side of the wreath. The second streamer will be hanging out the right side of the wreath. I'm going to tie it with a pipe cleaner. I don't use wire.
Oh, how come?
Wire will cut your fingers. It's hard to twist it tight enough. Pipe cleaners are wonderful. I can just thread it right through my fingers where I'm holding the bow. I don't have to let go of the bow. I'll pull it very tightly. And the key is to twist it very tightly also.
Okay.
Twist as hard as you can twist. Make several turns.
Well, that is perfectly lovely.
And we have our first bow.
Wow.
The only thing left to do is quickly trim.
You know, I'm amazed
Your
at how
streamers.
easy that was.
It was very simple. After you make 2 or 3 bows, you'll be a pro.
That's wonderful.
You'll have friends and neighbors wanting you to make bows for them for all occasions.
I certainly hope so. You know, maybe I could even make some extra money this Christmas selling bows.
Yes, you can. That's a wonderful idea. Thank you for joining us today. We enjoyed getting to meet you, and please check out our website, ladybugwreaths.com.
To learn how to make bows for larger wreaths, tree toppers, beautiful bows for packages, wedding bows, and pew bows, you can purchase my instructional video entitled Ribbons and Bows.